This thing's a little saucy.
That was like a little sound effect. Right? Do it again.
All right. All right.
Yo.
It is motherfudging, Wednesday the 13th. I believe it's a full moon today. Very, very excited for this episode. The last one is probably the most popular of my initial podcasts, the first local DJ one, where I just kind of talked about like DJ stuff and all that other stuff. So there's a guy that I know that actually knows a lot about DJ stuff, and he's pretty involved with Tampa's nightlife. I'd go as far to say he's Tampa's favorite DJ due to the fact that any residency that he's ever had, the venue owners love him, the GMs love him. He's there as long as he feels like being there. I don't think he's ever been really fired from anywhere. So, well, yeah, one time don't count. Everybody's been fired once, but that doesn't count. I got laid off. But young Muto, Sammy Muto in the building. What's happening, cuz?
What up?
You want to say hi to the people?
It's good.
You never done one of these before, right?
Nah, this is my first one.
Damn, popping the cherry, dog.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, well, you've been DJing for how long now, officially?
Since I met you, what, in 2019? 2019, I think I met you? Was it after I moved back from college? So I graduated. Oh, no, I met you in like 2017.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
like, bro, I was living in that house
2017.
2016, 2017, yeah.
2016, 2017. So what, it's been, 5 years now?
Yeah.
About so, yeah.
That's like a shorter amount of time than people would expect if you were like, yo, you literally have head residency at like every major place in every major area of Tampa. Like,
Well, I think also a lot of it attests to like how I was really brought up with you, especially like you just throwing me right into it. Rather than like, I really, you were a great access point for me because when I first started and I first met you, if you remember or not, like I think it was like District Tavern.
yeah.
When we first met, you just threw me right into the mix. I didn't really like practice or anything like that, any shit like that, honestly. And like, you know, at first there were definitely some growing pains, but like, I think that attests to a lot of the stuff that like I do now, just because really just jumping into the heat of it all really taught me a lot more now than what I know today, where I didn't have to take that time, to learn all that stuff.
To baby yourself almost.
Yeah, I never really got babied. I just kind of got thrown into it. Kind of like my mom, how she taught me swimming, she just threw me in.
It was your mom that introduced us. I was walking Udonis, for the people that listen, that's my dog, through the neighborhood, and Tina's a very big animal lady, for those that know.
Mom loves dogs.
Shout out to Tina. She just stopped me one day and was like, hey, I like your dog. I was like, yo, thanks, appreciate that. Oh, are you living over there with all those college kids? And I gave her a good old-fashioned, no, we're not in college, we're actually DJs.
Who was in that house, though?
That house was me, Mr. Too Kind, Farmer Hutch, and the Teflon Swan. And consistently rolling through that house was Blunts and Blondes, Kyle Kinch, Quinn Blaylock, Grant Lee, Big Feta, Gallo pulled up quite a few times.
Yeah.
Christian Alexander a few times.
Springville Court.
Shout out to Springville. But Tina goes, oh, yeah, my son's a DJ. I was like, all right, send his little bitch ass on over. And then, you just knocked on my door. Hey, I'm Sammy. My mom told me to ask for Brandon.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, come on in, you little bitch. And fucking 2 weeks later, you're at District Tavern. 3 weeks later, you're playing Ladies' Night at Tequila's.
Oh, yeah. Well, now it's Show Bar.
Now it's Show Bar, but shout outs to Tequila's.
7th Avenue.
And if we're throwing shout outs, I still don't have any sponsors, but we're just going to start shouting out your sponsors for the next couple episodes until they hit me up.
Yeah.
What are we sipping right now? Because this is fire.
A little Jack Daniels and cola in a can, baby.
Dude, in a can, and it wasn't like some fucking hard seltzer trying to be cute shit. This is straight up Jack D with a Coke, all at one time.
No, it's awesome. So one of the liquor reps actually brought it by the other day, and they have Jack and cola in a can, and they have like, I think it's Honey Jack with lemonade. That one's really good.
That Honey Jack
That one's
slaps.
really good. And they have an apple frizz one, which I think is just like, it's something like apple pie flavored. I actually didn't get a chance to taste it, unfortunately, but it was awesome.
The apple Jack alone is good. Pretty much everyone they have, including that salted caramel, is fire. So the fact that you grabbed
they
that.
can drop me a bottle of Jack Fire too, which just tastes like Big Red, but hey, It's a little bit too college for me now.
Yeah, yeah, that's frat
I feel
as fuck.
old, dude. Yeah.
You also dropped me some fresh sticks over here. Obviously, I need the fresh Muto sticks, but it looks like we got some 11 vodka.
Yeah.
I've only been to 11, the club itself, once, and I've never seen a place that was that much going on. Like, you have strippers, you have Tiesto, you have chicken tenders. Like,
On a whole lot of money.
yeah, a whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money. Shout outs to AB. But shout outs to 11 Vodka, sponsoring Young Mutis. I guess they're sponsoring this episode because now I got some fresh
kinds of
gear.
stuff.
I got a wristband for when I ball on Kyle on Sundays. We
Yeah.
like to hoop.
Yeah.
Actually, the new apartment I'm moving to, I got a half court right out front. So if you and Parker ever want to run that 2-on-2.
If he's listening right now, I don't know, man.
What, you guys getting old?
I'm getting old, but Parker can't shoot.
You can't shoot?
Nah.
All right, so then you're going to have to be the shooter, and he's going to have to, hit
Little
the
Jimmer
boards.
Fredette action in the backcourt. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmer. I like how you went Jimmer instead of literally any other player ever.
I got the only team I could play for is BYU.
Yeah, I mean, you could have played at UF.
Shout out Zach Wilson, though, BYU.
Dude, Zach Wilson's out here actually slamming moms.
Yeah. I mean, dude, first time the Jets scored over 40.
Bro, I'm honestly, like, that raised him in my rankings. Like, I'm doing, like, a draft guide with, like, QB rankings and stuff, and when I read
remember
that...
last year's fantasy season, I literally drafted Zach Wilson. I think I told you this. I was like, I'm so big on this guy. Shout out Tony Romo. Not a great football player, but I love his analyst.
Yep.
I mean, he was a good football player. I just didn't like him because who fucked the Cowboys?
Yeah, of course. Feed Zeke, though.
Yeah, whatever. So I drafted him, and he just absolutely sucks. But I was so big on him, and towards the end of the year, he kind of got better. But I mean, hopefully now, with this new talent, he can do some damage this season.
One of two things is going to happen when you have a season that's that bad. You're either just that bad, and it happens again, and that's who you are for 3 seasons, and then they get rid of you like Sam Darnold.
Right.
Or you have a bad season like that, like how Carson Wentz had his rookie year, and then you bounce back and have almost an MVP season. So he could go either way. The fact that he's slamming
New York
milfs,
Jets, dude.
yeah, bro,
It's hard.
He's not finishing above 3rd in the division.
Who's in that division again?
Well, he has the Miami Football Dolphins.
Those are good
And then,
teams.
Josh
Will,
Allen and
Will
friends.
Lopez, he wanted to tell you fuck the Dolphins, but I mean,
Yeah, he can.
yeah.
We'll see them though.
I mean, he's a
Week 1.
Patriots fan though,
Yeah.
man, so we'll see what's good.
We got something for that Maxion, dude. Mac
Yeah.
Jones thinks he's fucking jacked right now. I got something for that ass. Jalen Phillips is out here throwing sleds.
Yeah.
But we'll do a whole ass football episode. What got you into DJing, bro? Because when you met me, obviously I threw you right into the fire, but like you already had gear.
Right.
You already semi had a library.
Right.
Like
So-
you were already in it. It wasn't like you needed to like.
I wouldn't say I was in it. I was getting into it. When I was at college, I went to Mississippi State, and after like a year going there, I just partied. Honestly, just was just doing that stupid ass frat kid shit. Partied way too hard, and then like when I came back to school, I'm sorry. When I had to like leave school and come back to Tampa. When I came back to Tampa, I was already kind of like friends with a buddy of mine in high school who was already DJing like private events and stuff like that. So when I moved back there, I was kind of already learning stuff from him, like carrying around equipment. He was always the one DJing, but in our free time, I would sit there and kind of like listen to him and like try to learn a little bit, and we would just like mess around, playtime, like whatever it was. It was fun. I never really thought about it as a career then.
It was light. It was.
It
just
wasn't.
something that
It's
you-
never something I saw as like, yo, this could be like a career, a way to like build my life.
Right.
After I got, I had to drop out of college and withdraw from the University of Mississippi State University, I should say.
Shout out to Dak.
Shout out Dak Prescott. I had to find a job, and that's when I first met you. I was also working at a car dealership at the time. Yeah.
I remember.
But I remember,
And the soccer thing.
and I was a soccer coach. Yeah. I played soccer for a while. I remember you always saying like, yeah, we don't have equipment. I remember me when I first started doing that DJing stuff. A lot of the events I was playing were like youth sport events or like old high school or stuff like that. My mom's a school teacher. She would like push me for events.
Right.
So when I met you, I remember that you needed equipment and stuff like that, and I had that to offer. I had speakers, controllers, and stuff like that. And I think that's where our relationship really started there.
Oh yeah, especially the speakers, because after a while we had like the CDJs, but we were
But
running
they got
on
busted.
fumes. Yes.
Yeah, bro.
So we were already running on like hopes and dreams and no money, and then we get the CDJs, and then they go down. So now it's like, bro, we have all this talent and all this shit, and just no money and no accounting and no equipment. And it's like, damn, this kid's got fucking.
I had equipment. Yeah, I remember I had a controller, first controller ever, DDJ SR Pioneer.
Banger.
Gen 1, baby.
RCA output. That's it.
Was it?
Yeah, because I had one of those when I used to play Cheetos.
No, it wasn't RCA.
Definitely.
That was the Gen 2.
That was no. Are we talking SR 2-channel? Yeah, because I ran that at Cheetos and I used to have.
I'm about to go to Tina's house right now and grab it and show you, bro.
All right. Send me pictures and get over it.
I remember playing on it at the study. Shout out Cody J. Shout out the
Shout
study.
out Cody J. Yeah. That was your first residency?
That's my first residency ever. Shout out Cody J.
Yeah.
That was the one residency I got fired from. My apologies, Cody J.
So, and I will say, Cody J venues historically always make money. They got the Nelk Boys connection. Like Nelk Boys kind of pushed Bears Tap Tavern through COVID and like helped them out heavy. But that was actually the worst Blunts and Blondes gig ever as well, was Study. He got booed. Cody called me like midway through, like, yo, who is this kid? And like, that was Young Blunts.
Bro,
and we talk about it all the time.
It's a different game.
Bro,
it's
college.
a different game, bro.
These kids don't get it. College bars.
Funny. These college bars, man, and even attest to what I'm doing now. I work with like a bar as well.
Ivy?
A college venue. Yeah, I mean, Ivy's, I would say it's more a college venue, but I work very closely with that team, man, and that team's like my second family. Just like the partners over there, they've done so much for me and given me so much responsibility and breathing room over there to do what I want to do. Whereas, sure, our base crowd might be those college kids, and by the way, they are still just as difficult, if not more difficult, to please these days.
Oh yeah, they're the hardest crowd. 100%.
I don't know if it's the hardest crowd, man. I give props to you because I couldn't do weddings, man. That wedding stuff's different.
Wedding stuff is different, but I connect with those older people pretty well, I guess. Yeah. And I guess the older I get, the easier those get. And maybe the college stuff gets harder, but even back in the day, college stuff was like, you just threw haymakers.
I would say now, though, college stuff is actually harder to play than it was then. The only reason I'm saying that is because, like, when I was a younger kid, bro, like, we weren't, like, so, like, focused around, like, TikTok.
And requests.
And, like, these, like, not even the request shit, man, for me. But we were never doing this phone to head shit.
And that's what I mean when I say requests. Ever, bro. It never stops.
And what's crazy about it is that they're resilient to the point where it's like they make you feel like you're in the wrong if you don't play in it with nothing to offer for you. And like they really they legit want to hear like the same 6 songs throughout the night.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I feel like when I'm talking to the DJ, I was at this venue, I book I book out all the talent. I do all the scheduling for these kids. And, like, these are younger guys that you were to me when I was a younger guy. Mm-hmm. Showing these guys, like, the rope, scheduling, stuff like that. I feel like the old dickhead.
Having to fucking...
being like, you got to chill out with this genre. You got to chill out with that genre, this and that. I hate doing that shit. Mm-hmm. And if Parker's listening, he'll tell you I do that shit. Like, I really do. And it fucking sucks. I hate doing it. But at the same time, like, you got to be resilient into a point like, yo, like, this is what it is. Yeah. Actually, this goes back to what you did, because I remember I booked you to open Rose Room, which is the second part of Ivy Rose.
Yeah.
And I remember that all of our staff was like, oh, he's not playing all the heaters. He's not doing this and that, blah, 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 blah. Bro.
That's what my job is.
It's 10:30 p.m., bro.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Oh, but the VIP wants to hear Kodak Black now. Bro, why the fuck is a VIP table here at 9 p.m.?
Say it again.
What are we doing, dog?
Why is that my problem?
Secondly, bro, like, the girls are out there enjoying themselves. It's like, I get it. You're a VIP. You want to feel that way. You want to have that music.
Yep.
But it's important to know, like, yo, that music's coming, bro.
I got you.
I promise
it's going to be played.
You, bro.
You guys know how you love... I started having to tell them that night specifically. You guys know how you love Sammy? It's because Sammy plays all the fat bangers, right? He's going to be here in a minute. And he's going to do that. I'm saving all the juicy ones for him. I'm throwing you guys some very nice mashups and good music. So it don't hurt me that just this table wants hood shit. The rest of the fucking club is vibing. I'm good.
I think that really goes back to what I attested to, saying like, yo, like, these kids these days are more resilient than ever. They really are.
Yeah.
They will literally, like, and I feel bad for the staff.
It's weird,
I feel bad for the staff and the it's so weird. We weren't bro,
it's weird.
I remember when I was like that age, I was so damn drunk that I couldn't even fucking tell you what these guys
I just
playing.
love the music being played. I'm down with it. There was a specific night. It wasn't at Ivy. It was actually at Mint. But this one girl wanted super bass, and she did the phone thing, so I played it. Like, it's kind of early, whatever, no big deal. Right. But then she wanted it again.
Another one again. That's the best part.
She wanted the same song again.
That's my favorite person, dude. That is my favorite person.
She gets, at a point, I tell her no, I'm throwing the no, it's not happening. She gets 4 of her friends to start throwing up super bass.
Exactly.
And now they're doing it, they did it for 2 fucking hours, bro. Burp it up, dude. Shout out to Jack D. But I'm like, what is wrong with this girl? She's recruiting an army to fucking piss me off and act like I'm not playing a song again, let alone Nicki Minaj Super Bass from 2012. But I'm not playing it twice in the same night. I don't play any song twice in the same night.
You know what, though? Like it, and that shit is so aggravating, and I get that, but like, going back to like me being the mad angry grandpa
You now. Look at Uncle Sammy.
Whatever it is.
Out here selling that.
Hey, shout out Jack D though.
Shout out to Jack D, bro. That shit almost, I'm about to open another one, goddammit.
Seriously, dude, go get another one.
Yeah.
But it's so important to remember that like, it's just one night. That girl can't like do anything to you, especially when you're like that young local DJ, which is like, what this podcast is really like based around, and this episode is really based around, like, you cannot let that person affect you to an extent that it's going to like, one, ruin your night or affect your set or so and so.
Yep.
Because dude, like, you just have to be mentally strong to remember like, like this bitch is drunk, this girl's drunk, this guy's drunk, this guy wants this, or it's half the time this guy's not even gonna remember that. Now, but also to a point when you're doing that in that response, be respectful about it.
So,
I've seen too many people, like where they know they can tell them to fuck off, or they're just at a point where it's like, yeah, you told them I ain't gonna do that shit, but like, you handled it the wrong way.
So there's one.
I've been a person, and this is like, if you haven't handled it the wrong way, you're a liar. I've handled these scenarios wrong ways several times. And if you see me out DJing now, a lot of the times you'll see me like, I'm really not even that social of a person, what I was and what I used to be back when I was younger while I'm in the booth.
Yeah.
Because it is important to like, first of all, I'm enjoying the music now more than ever. I don't need to be drunk. I don't need to be smoking. I don't need to be doing any of that to enjoy my job anymore. I'm able to go in there and do that, which is, one thing I'm super grateful for, and probably half the reason I'm able to work as much as I am now. Thank you, God.
Can't do it drunk. Your body shuts down.
You can. I mean, you can drink on the job, bro. Like, there's guys that are in this city that rule the city blacked out, boy.
But I'm saying, I'm talking about if you're doing longevity and the amount of gigs and the hours you're doing and double dipping on Friday, Saturday nights and doing shit like that.
Yeah,
if you're doing it blacked out every shift,
it'll catch up to you.
It's gonna hurt you.
It caught up to me.
That's why I can say that shit fucks you up. Goddamn.
Yeah, it caught up to me, man. That's like, that's another thing about all this shit.
So when you say handling the request people wrong, there was a kid that I talked about on the last one that when I was at Mint, he brought up, oh, you stream now? What graphics card do you have? He's actually one of your children. I'm not going to leave him nameless. But he was at Mint one night, and Cody J told me he was getting the request thing over and over again. And, it got annoying. And he gets on the microphone and says, I'm not fucking playing that. Will you guys stop with that fucking shit? And they kept doing it. It's like, bro, you're feeding into the internet trolls harder. The club owner sees you do that, and this is the guy that signs your checks. So compare how he handled that versus to how you or I would handle that, where, yeah, maybe we'll play it, maybe we won't. But at the end of the day, the venue owner needs to see people drinking, people dancing, and people there all night.
And to that, the venue owner will probably recognize your response before the patron's response, and they'll hear more about it, of course.
If you play no requests the whole time and you're an asshole, the owner's going to hear about it. Play a couple if they're good requests. We can't act like every request every night is bad. Every once in a while, you do get a good one. And it's like, fuck yeah, I'm actually going to throw that up.
Yeah, and that's honestly, dude, that's happened to me a bunch of times, too, where I've gotten great requests.
I love them.
And another thing is like, the phone, the head shit, like, it does not aggravate me as much when it's not, like, so predictable. Like, I've had, bro, this is, like, the funniest one. I had a girl put her phone to her head, and it was just, like, I forgot when it was. I think I was playing at Bar Howard. Shout out Bar Howard.
Shout out Bar Howard. Shout out Drink.
Shout out Enrique.
Shout out Enrique. You want a good Enrique story?
I think she had like it was like Promiscuous Girl. And like one night another, it's like a top bar song ever, and I play it all the time. Like, bro, it's like 114 BPM. It's like, dude, like it's a
This
fill.
nigga knows the key.
It's a fill,
D
bro.
flat major, yeah.
Dude, it's a good song. Like, like come on.
Shout outs Timbaland.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then like one of them was like a Mac song, and like she was going for it. It's like even like the Bad Bunny shit, bro. Like, let's be honest, to any DJs out there, like, oh, I already played Bad Bunny, like, he's dropped so much shit now where it's like, bro, you actually, like, if you don't actually, like, play, like, a Bad Bunny track, like, you don't like that music, like, it is good music. Like, especially his most recent album.
Fantastic.
There's some heaters on that shit, man. Are you kidding me?
He's on Drake's level. And the way Drake...
He's a pop artist, bro.
The way Drake had Summer 2016, and it almost got abusive with the Drake requests. The only difference is we all like Drake.
Oh, man.
So every time we were getting Summer 16, yeah, back to back, any of those requests, fuck yeah, I got you, goddammit.
Right.
We didn't feel annoyed playing Drake all night, unless we were one of those dudes. Now that it's Bad Bunny and it's not Drake, it's like,
Here's
it's
what
not
it
that
is,
serious.
man.
I play Bad Bunny.
Here's what it is. It's how you walk into the night, bro. Like I won't lie. There are nights that I go into gigs and like I'm bad mood from before I walk in the building.
Bad Muto.
Bad Muto. Bad mood dash O. Like bro, like from when I get into it, I walk out and like, but yeah, I'm bad mood mentally, but like I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna go do the job. I go do it every time. Like it's a standard you gotta live to, but like at the same time, don't forecast your dickness to the crowd, let alone the people that are employing you.
Right.
Let alone your management. You can be dealing with internal shit all you want, bro, but like the people that are on that floor, the people that are in the bar working, they didn't do anything to make you feel that way.
Absolutely nothing to do with you.
Dude, they're not coming in there expecting like, oh, the DJ's gonna be pissed. You know, stay away from him. Like, bro, come on, bro. The world is bigger than you. You have to look past the decks. You can't, bro. Like, at that point, you're just being an asshole, bro. You're being arrogant. And that's not just towards anyone, that's towards everyone.
Yeah, and you're not gonna stay at a venue if every other time you come in, you're all pissy and you're an asshole, and when it's time for sound check, you're being a dick to the sound guy because he's pissing or fixing something else. Like, yo, that will get you.
Shout out to the sound guy.
Love every single one of you. Shout out to Mike
Gemini. Shout out, what was it?
Mike.
Oh, yeah.
He does Eden and he does Tanger now.
Yep, shout out Joe at Eden.
Yep.
Joe's my dog, too.
All of them are great. Shout out to Thomas. He used to be a Tanger. He's on the road now doing fucking, he got his CDL.
I saw that.
That's my motherfucking nigga.
Good for him.
Bro, he was running 3 floors at Tanger at one point and then going next door and running 2 floors at Show Bar. Like...
Hey, that's a hard-working guy right there, man. You cannot respect that shit.
If you're giving him an attitude, I'll punch you in your shit. Straight the fuck up. Bro, what the fuck did he do to any of y'all?
First of all, like, if you're yelling at him, like, bro, like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Come see
me. What, he bumped you in the staircase, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, come on, dude.
What, he didn't get your shit was clipping?
Oh, my bad. Your shit was clipping? Oh, my bad.
We know you need red line anyway.
Because that's his fault. Come on, bro. Like, what, dude?
Nah, shout out to someone like, but like a lot of these kids, and I will say a lot of these adults as well, they buy into the nightlife stuff to where they can't separate it like you're saying. When they come in and they're having a bad day, everyone involved with the club is going to have a bad day too, because that's just their life. And they're probably carrying some shit.
I don't know if everyone's having a bad day. They're not going to make, like, there's certain people in hospitality.
There's certain DJs, is all I'm saying.
They're going to project that bad vibe. And this is, again, not towards anyone, but, like, they're going to project that bad vibe, whether they're ordering a drink, playing a song, taking a song request, talking to a manager, texting a manager. Transitioning, it affects your mental. I can attest to that a million times. Like, if I'm having a bad day, bro, and I'm not even, like, bro, I'm not even paying attention to the fucking decks. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it sounds stupid, but you just, excuse me, that tag be hitting.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, let me go read these up. You go ahead and go on a little tangent. I'm going to go fill these up real quick.
All right. So, it's like, bro, like, if you're going through, like, a mental thing, like, there'll be times I'm DJing and, like, I literally I call it autopilot. Yep. I'm literally, like, just
in the
mixing,
absolute zone when you're just cooking.
Not even that, bro. I'm not even cooking. I would say, like, so, for example, like, I've been playing, like, sets now for 5 years straight and, like, multiple sets a week. Sometimes 4 hours, sometimes 7 hours. I played 8-hour sets. I played 10-hour sets. I played 2-hour sets, hour-and-a-half sets, this, and that. Depending on the venue and where I'm walking into, bro, like I already got an idea of like what, type of music they want and shit like that. And some venues, I get complacent, especially if I'm in a mood in that way, right? Right. So like, I will like, sometimes, it sounds so stupid, but like I'll literally be in a mindset where I don't even, not even like thinking of like what I'm gonna play next. Like I already know like the 7 tracks laid out in front of me, and I already know my transitioning cues and points on all of them, and I just get through it. And my whole time, I'm looking at what is the end of hour and how many. Like I'm literally playing a math game or like a puzzle.
Timing.
That's not bro. Like that's part of like bad. I would call it bad mood DJing, where it's like I'm really not even trying to do anything like dope here. I'm not even like I wouldn't say I'm not trying to crush it or anything. I'm not trying to do anything that I haven't done before, I think is what I'm gonna call it. You know what I mean?
It's going through the motions.
Well, bro, it's like when you played that set so many times, you know, like let's say you play a 7-hour set, right?
Right.
When that 7-hour set, there's probably like what? Let's call it. I mean, you can call it 7 1-hour different sets that I know I can play through and through without having to like even think about it, because I've mixed so many tracks together at once where it's like, all right, well, this goes with this goes with that. This venue only needs it for 2 hours. I mean, bro, 2-hour tracks I can string together, and I'm already in a bad mood walking in here. Fuck it, go do it, get your check, walk out.
Smash it out. Let me get my money and get back.
Right, but it's harder when like you are saying, like separating real life from just the nightlife. One thing I noticed is like when I thought the nightlife was everything, my life was like in a bad place.
What
like,
do you mean? What do you mean by that? When you thought
like,
nightlife?
bro, when like you're like when you think there's just like, oh, I gotta wake up, produce. I gotta wake up this. I gotta get all this. I need to get to like a certain level at this certain point in time. And if not, I'm fucking up.
I'm not doing a day job. I'm not picking up a side job. I'm DJ.
I'm gonna make it.
I'm the
next
grinding.
one. Big things coming. Man.
Hashtag
Bro,
fuck with division. Let's link.
It does not happen that way. It
No.
does not happen that way. If you make yourself think it, that's actually gonna happen that way. I promise you 1,200 times out of 1,201 times, it does not happen that way.
It happens 1 in a billion. Not even 1 in a million.
A billion.
1 in a billion.
A billion.
Because I met a million niggas. I'll take this one. That one I kind of got a little fluffed up. But hey.
Hey, whatever.
We'll max you out. Hey, shout outs to this Jack, by the way, again. They literally got the fucking bottle on the can. Like the can is the same art, Tennessee quality.
And secondly, there's a lot of Jack and Cokes that I'll drink that sometimes it's like, shit, that's strong.
Man, that'll get Oh yeah, if I'm pouring my own, that's a double dipper.
Hey, this one's hitting right though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you got in the zone about bad Muto for a second. I'm like, ooh, let the boy watch.
Yeah, but no, where were we at?
But yeah, like you were saying, once you get deep into that nightlife stuff, you said your life wasn't as healthy.
It wasn't as fun or as healthy, bro. Like,
you're not sleeping right. You ain't eating right.
Sleeping right. You ain't eating right. Like, bro, I'll put it this way. Like, I think it was a year after I met you, and you saw about my mom and everything. My mom actually was one of the pivotal people that got me out of that position. You were as well. My cousins were. Some of my best friends were. I was at a point where like I was so committed to like being that like EDM producer, being like, bro, like someone who's got to be, the next Skrillex or the next Chris Lake or this and that.
You were going Louis the Child.
Oh yeah, dude. That's still one of my favorite artists. I remember saying for a long time I wanted to be that type of music.
Yeah.
In house as well. But I got so like digged into it, bro, that I remember there were like days that I just wouldn't sleep. Like days and days. I would be stuck at this like computer, like doing the Ableton, doing the Logic for a long time. Don't get me wrong, like there were points in that time where like there was a lot of good that came from it, and like I met a lot of cool people, and I found parts of me that I didn't know existed musically,
right,
producingly. I remember one point, bro, I was living with Jake Herring.
Yeah, shout outs Baby Jake.
Shout out Baby Jake, dog.
On tour.
Like, bro, literally. And me and him, I remember sitting in his apartment. It was like me and him, his roommate, and we were sitting in there. My boy Hugo came in over there and shot for us one time. We were sitting there for like days straight. Hugo Guerra, bro. Shout out Hugo, bro. He came and saw me at Hugel's show the other day. Nice. A few weeks ago. You were there as well.
Yeah.
He's in New York now, killing it. But like there were good things that came from it. I made like plenty of tracks and like that, but like what I realized is like no matter like how good of a track you make or this and that, like at least from my end, is that the business will always be the same way, and that side of the industry is like so dark and demeaning, and can like, bro, eat people up. I've seen it eat like close friends up, close people up, and no matter how good at what you are, what you do, or like how big of your effort is, if the powers that be do not like you, they will not like you, let you get there, and they won't even think a second thought of it.
End of story.
End of story, bro.
They got
Like,
too
it
many
really-
industry plants and people there invested in.
It's way too political, bro. Like, there's way too many people, like, my close friends. Like, I have really close friends, great people that I know about and, like, have worked with in the past who are doing that stuff, like, producing every day. They're making great tracks to this day, working with dope labels. But,
Oh, yeah, deep in it.
they're getting the short end of the stick and still are to this day. And, like, it hurts to see because I know they deserve it.
Yeah.
So, but for me in my end, like being in like more of the open format scene, it's like, I don't know, I feel like on my end, you can write your own script where it's like, yo, based off my relationship with like people that I've made in the past and my level of professionality with these venues and like these people's at power or these, you know, the players that you know, that make the
Move
decisions,
makers, yeah.
move makers, and it goes from your promoters, you know, to your general managers of bars, show bookers, talent buyers, liquor reps, branding, you know, all that shit. Like, it lets you kind of write your own script more than, you know, these guys in EDM that can like they can pretty much try to write their script their own way, but unless they don't got like a massive team like that and like you catch that one little window that
It's
lets
the
you
same
get,
route.
bro, it's like
You do clubs, you do festival run, you do your own tour,
Right.
you do a collab tour,
and then maybe,
you do another
and then
festival
maybe
run.
somehow, but like the levels of it, like maybe somehow you get leveled up a little bit in the ranks.
Where now you throw your own parties and you maybe you open your own label and like I know what you mean. So then when did you, I guess, how did you take it from I'm doing this EDM thing to I'm doing this open format thing? Or did it just kind of naturally happen once you
So
just kind of
I had to quit DJing. I think like it was one summer, like completely. I think you remember that summer where I was like, I'm done, dude. I can't do this. I remember
Everyone has that summer, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're a new
I think-
DJ and you're one of the guys that's listening to this because you're trying to get some wisdom, you're gonna quit once or twice. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I've quit and sold all my shit at least 3 times.
twice of them I was there. I think.
Yeah. Shout outs to Young D. He's still
Bro,
rocking the DDJ SX. I sold him.
Oh my god, I sold, dude.
That thing still rocks.
I'm looking at my laptop right now that I sold to this
Yeah.
guy right here, actually.
Still rocks?
That shit hits.
Yeah.
That's the OG. That's baby.
As soon as they drop that M2 chip, though, I'm like, shit, I think I might need to upgrade. But
I need to get
my
that
work
Xbox
computer out
still.
there is on the M1. That thing's fast.
Bro, everything's on back order though. But
Yeah.
like, when I sold all my studio stuff and I stopped, like, I remember when I finally got back into it, like, I think it was that summer is when I was like, I think I was 20 years old or, no, I had to be 21 or something like that. And it was when Water first opened. Shout outs Water. In Italy.
Shout outs Hogan. Shout outs Beach.
Shout out everybody.
Literally everybody.
But I remember Italo was doing, shout out Italo from Black Heart Lifestyle.
Shout outs
Made
shout
my
outs to
logo.
Godfather.
Yeah.
Made my logo. Made the Smokehouse logo.
Made some logos.
All he does is make logos. And,
Nah,
and
he does a
hooked
little
homies
bit,
up.
he does a little bit more than that now.
Nah.
He got me this
Little
kid
bit
over
more.
at Water. Yeah, a lot more. A lot more.
Yeah. Shout out to Italo.
Hey,
Italo,
Italo,
don't
I'm
worry.
sorry if you're listening to this and I do something.
Why y'all hating on me on the pod, bro?
Hey, I'll see him at Crunch tomorrow. It's all good, bro. I'll tell him, like,
He-
hey, whenever you listen to this, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
It's a
Papa.
little hiccup. We'll be good. But he was doing this thing at Water, and it was like a Friday party. And I remember he gave me like an opportunity to like source up and coming DJs for him. I still have the flyers somewhere back in here, and it was like me. I think it was me and OB7, and then like there was like a series of college DJs under us, and it was there that I realized like, yo, like there is utility in an open format DJing other than DJing. You're able to make money past the decks while still DJing and like not, because like if you're an artist, bro, you have to commit to that so fucking hard where it's like, oh, why is he doing bookings? Why is he doing this? Why isn't he just an artist?
You're playing a kid's party?
That's not an artist. That's a talent buyer. That's a this. Like, no, bro. What I'm doing is like fully encompassing what I want to do on an entertainment scale.
Yep.
So I realized, and I think I didn't realize it then, but I think I realize it now where it's like, yo, I have opportunity like where I can do more and not monetize myself, but show value to myself to a person of interest. Like in this case, it was Italo, where it's like, yo, like I can source and find these DJs and not only do that, but also schedule them for you and like deal with backline equipment, troubleshooting if these younger DJs, like, bro, it happens all the time. I remember my first gig, I remember playing, dude, this is the funniest shit ever, actually, I think about it. The track, okay, so any DJ out here is listening to this, they'll know this shit. And shout out DJ Flacco for actually showing me how to mix this track years and years ago. In the club, 50 Cent, it comes up on that 1/8 beat or the 1/16 beat or whatever. It's not actually the first one. And it's like, bro, forever. I was like, why the fuck am I not getting this right?
I miss it every fucking time, dude.
Bro, I remember being like...
Start just fading it out, throwing a little echo on.
This had to be like 5 years, when I first met him. And I heard him mix it right. I go, how'd you do that? And he goes, you want to see? I was like, let's go. Yeah, shout out Flacco. Shout out DJ Flacco for being one of the pivotal points of my DJ career as well.
That's another DJ that just keeps it real. He DJs, he does his work.
I've never seen a dude keep it so real to a point that Flacco does, that where him and I will literally get in arguments.
Yeah.
But that's real.
That's
still real.
You seen when Keeping It Real goes wrong on Chappelle's show? I told you I don't like people playing on my phone. As Flacco showed up to your house, he just rolls up on his boat, smacks the shit out of you, and
then puts me on live.
Literally. And then he gets right back to his gig, nigga. See it, Armature Works. Shout out to Armature Works. I'm back at M-Bird this Saturday. But
but no, so back to all that, it's like the open format shit, and not even just open format DJ, but just like working in hospitality from a point where it's like I'm not gonna commit to fully as an artist. This has so many different windows and avenues where I can capitalize on. Like moving forward from that, it was like, I can make money from setting up parties. Like for example, at Bar Howard, like I'll send them business sometimes on like Sunday parties. For example, with Ivy, I get to write their schedules. I get the opportunity to write their schedules, I should say.
Yep.
And I try to do it to the best of my abilities while also having say in future show bookings. I get to source bookings. I mean, even now to this day, like we're working on tons of shows right now for the upcoming season, year 2. Shout out those potential shows because I'm really excited about those.
When you say writing schedules, how far in advance are you writing these schedules for like Ivy and these other places where you run their schedule?
So like just for
these kids that don't know,
for daily operations. So like if I'm working like Monday through Saturday, Sunday. I try to write them in advance as much as possible. I always try to stay like 30 days in advance, but sometimes I'll go up to 60.
Yep.
Depending on the time of the year. Right now we're a little bit slower, so unfortunately, like there are times because excuse me, I don't know if anyone's seen that's listening, but Ivy's like a very big venue. Suck can attest to that. It's 2 rooms. I mean, bro,
2 wide rooms,
like big rooms.
You got some space in there.
Yeah, and
y'all feel it.
We do our best, man. This summer, and everyone in nightlife's been affected by this. It's been a slower summer, especially in July. We're here in Tampa, so like the Tampa Bay Lightning. After that shit really ended, it was kind of a drop off in business because I mean, one, we're all out of money. We just lost the cup, and why they said to pay rent.
Shit.
Man, what the fuck, Colorado? Like, come on,
y'all boys taxing.
And then it was 4th of July right after. So it's like, it's part of it. And like the city's growing and shit. So we fill the venue, but like as far as the scheduling thing goes, it's like staying ahead of the curve for my own peace of mind is like really important because one, I would hate to be the guy on the other side. I've been the guy on the other side of that text group where my schedule hasn't lined up or I've showed up to a gig and I wasn't scheduled right.
Right.
So I take that shit personally, and I try to I try my best to accommodate everyone that I bring on or bring into that venue. But unfortunately, you're never gonna be perfect. I've realized that because I've had hiccups too.
Well, not even like that, but like I know for a fact from when I was running a lot of scheduling in the past, people hit you up and be like, hey man, you think I could play this Friday? Like, here's a mix. And it's like, hey man, like with all due respect, like schedules are a month, 2 months, sometimes 3 months out, depending on if I'm doing like a club.
The Friday shit's hard too.
And people get butthurt about it, dude.
And here's another thing too, for like any like up and coming DJs listen to this. We actually do guest DJs on Tuesdays at Ivy. So, not trying to throw an ad in there, but if you want to get a DJ, you can hit me up on my socials, hit me up.
Throw an ad in there. What's your socials?
This is Muto, and then Ivy Roads Tampa.
How do you spell Muto?
It's M-U-T-O, motherfucker.
Right. Cool. Hey, bro, this is audio only, dog. They better be able to fucking sound it out.
You can write it in the Spotify description.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll link them. I'll link them to the link tree. Like, OnlyFans.
In a serious note, like going back to like those Fridays, like especially on a Friday or a weekend, the week of, it's really hard for a business to like what's the word? Make sense of that, especially a guy in your position up and coming. Because one, they never heard about you, and two, it's like, well, they have a Friday and Saturday. Those are usually the money makers of a business.
Yeah, not
So
really
it's- you
going to try
gotta-
to test on a
You
kid.
can't be taking that shit personally and taking it to heart, bro. Because I've gotten like, when I was up and going, bro, I think it took me like, I can't even tell you how many times like I would like come to a gig and I wasn't on because it was busy enough, or even I played a gig, bro, and like,
not
I didn't
paid.
do that good, or if I didn't do good enough, or my guest list wasn't big enough, I didn't get paid.
Yep.
Y'all out here are thankful enough now to not have that shit happen to you.
Not chasing
Shout out
money.
inflation. Shout out everything else being so fucking expensive. But even then, honestly, like now to this day, like there are still times where it's like, well, that definitely could happen to y'all. But like, I mean, it's hard to tell because like here's the thing, dude, about like not like playing for free and shit like that. In certain cases, and there are several of those cases, yes, you should. Did I do it? Yeah.
Yeah,
A
same.
bunch, bro. I did them for you, bro.
Yeah.
I played free gigs for you all the time. I did them for artists a bunch.
Same. You had to. If you really care about DJing, yes, you do a few early on. But it can't become a habit, and after a while, once you get established and like you've played out a few places, you charge, bro.
It
You don't
lowers,
stay
it, lower,
free
it lowers your
forever.
ceiling too, man. It
Yeah.
lowers your ceiling.
If you stick to being a free guy, like that's how it goes, and that's honestly Orlando's problem. The next local DJ episode I'm doing, I'm bringing in the housekeepers guys, and we're gonna.
Oh, you bringing in like Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb and Nate.
Shout out Caleb.
Shout out Caleb.
Shout out
Dent.
Caleb Dent. Shout
sir.
out Bounce House. Shout out Mike D.
Shout out Benny Black. Shout
Shout
out
out
Dre
Mike
Mendez.
White. Shout out Orlando.
Shout out
Kevin
Austin Hammer.
Kahn.
Shout out Housekeepers Records.
Shout out Enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Shout out all them dudes.
Shout
I
out
love
Charlie. Shout out
Orlando.
A Craze.
Shout out my boy Tom real quick. Shout out Alex too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all are good people out there, man. I love
But yeah, if you stick to being free, like, what are you? You're the free guy. You're never, even if you are really good. Actually, I'm not going to say that. If you get really good, people will offer to pay you. Like, you're not. What are you going to say? No, I'll do it for free. Like, nah. If there's a show and there's not a budget and they want to throw you on for a warm up and give you 2 hours to figure something out, okay,
Right.
respectable. But like, if you're out here saying, oh, they're gonna pay, let's use Benny Black as an example. They're gonna pay Benny $150 to open for MK. Hey, club owner, I'm good. I like MK. I'll do it for free. That's some corny shit, and that's some bitch ass shit, and that's the shit that gets you beat up.
Here's another one about that shit though. Is
I don't fight though. This is a non-violent podcast.
It didn't used to be this way though.
Yeah, nah. This used to be a very violent podcast.
Back in 2018, we got this shit locked up for that one.
Niggas was going through walls.
Here's the thing about that show shit though too, man. Is like these artists sometimes you guys gotta remember like it's crazy because I'll talk to like some of our employees and shit, and like they'll be like, "Oh, Lil Baby, let's get Lil Baby to play." I go, sir, ma'am, do you know how much Lil Baby like costs? Like just like the going price, not even like a ballpark.
Just to come.
They'll be like, oh, like 5 or 10 grand, 100, sometimes 200.
Yeah.
These artists like MK, like bro, MK's got I think it's like north of 20, 15 or 20.
They got him August 7th at Water. I'm pulling up. What did y'all get Tory Lanez for?
I'm not gonna answer that. I'm just not gonna answer that question. Why would I answer that question, bro?
What about Jack Harlow?
Again, like why would I answer that question?
Man, y'all have had some
But-
fire ass shows
But
though.
what I will say about Harlow is he is gotten way pricier since
His
then.
price has probably minimum tripled
Yeah.
since when y'all booked him.
So when we minimum.
Minimum.
Quadruple now. So I actually know this for a fact because he's down here in St. Pete and we were looking at doing an after party. And I actually, me personally DJing, I've opened for him like twice.
Yeah.
So I got to get pretty close with his producer, Nicky Pabon. Shout out Nicky, bro. He's dope.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've heard First Class.
right.
And Churchill Downs. Was that him or was that 40?
I know he had part on it.
All right,
he had
cool.
part on it. I don't know.
That was
I don't
a
know the
fucking
actual,
beat right
I
there,
don't know
boy.
the actual producer credits. Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, those. I mean, that whole album.
That whole album.
That whole album did really well. What was I gonna say though? Where were we at? So like, when we like first met, we were trying to do after parties and stuff. But like, he's not even doing after parties right now. Like he's.
Why would he?
I mean, exactly, bro. I think he was just in. Where was he? Like he's like in like he's somewhere in Europe right now. It's on his Instagram story. He's fucking
Touring.
playing like dude.
Yeah.
And even Tory Lanez, bro. Like Tory's like a lot of these rappers, bro, people don't understand, like, these rappers are so, like, you gotta, like, your best DJ, like, I mean, I wouldn't say, like, your best, because like, you can go up. I can show you some pretty expensive fucking DJs.
Yeah.
But, like guys like MK, like, versus, like, that tier of a rapper, that rapper is, like, 8 to 10-fold on the price, bro. Like, Polo G is, like, over 100 bands, bro.
Yep. And he's not going to draw the way MK is going to draw, yet MK is going to be a fifth of the price.
So, like, when we booked, like, these rappers and shit, like, my brother, DJ Eakin, he'll hit me about it. Shout out DJ Eakin.
Shout out to Eakin.
Eakin's OG on that shit.
Yeah.
And he'll ask me, like, business questions about this shit. When I say business questions, we aren't talking about DJing. We're talking about the booking fees, potential shows.
Can we sell this?
And the reason
tier
that
prices
Harlow
on
shit
tickets?
came up is because he was the one that hit me up about it, about doing potentially something. But, again, they weren't even taking offers, bro, because it's like, bro, there's no point.
Yeah.
Bro, what's 20, 30 bands when they're making, bro, like, let me go to bed. Right?
Sorry. You guys saw what's gone on the last year and a half.
What a great problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
but like,
seriously.
think about when you booked him. Like, he's taking every after party under the sun at that point.
Shout out Drunk Millionaire. Shout out Muto.
Yeah. Shut up. But either way, he's at a point now because honestly, I'll give it to Jack Harlow too. He's one of the guys that's well-rounded when it comes to being an artist. Mm-hmm. He makes sure he releases on a consistent schedule, whether people like the album or not.
You know the best part about him is, though?
Huh?
He loves his haters. Loves them,
Embraces
bro.
them.
Oh my God, bro. He gives them material to chew on, bro.
They call him fruity and a little like, oh, Jack Harlow might be gay. So then he like goes and starts like hitting on dudes.
He did that
just,
shit.
Like, bother
he did
people.
that shit where he had his security guards like carry him over the puddle of mud.
Yeah.
Just to piss people off. I was like, dude, what are you doing, dude? He's a clown, bro. He's a troll. Like, if you ever meet the guy, like
He runs social media,
The guy
though.
is a troll, bro. He is one of the nicest, funniest kids ever. I think he's like close to my age. Like,
Yep.
He's hilarious, talented, smart. He's good.
I've heard the same about Tory, even though he
Tory,
like gets a bad rap online. I've heard he's very chill.
Tory was mad chill. I didn't expect him. This is like, if anyone listening to this, I didn't expect him to put on the performance that he did.
He shows out. He does not half-ass it because it's a smaller place.
He did probably double the performance that we paid for at Ivy, bro, and killed it. Mm-hmm. Killed it, man. Security was chill. All that shit was chill. The same thing with Harlow, though, bro. Like, Harlow, even, he played a couple, I think he played 1 or 2 songs over our agreed upon statement.
Over. Shit. You ain't getting 50 to play over. You ain't getting Breezy to play over.
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna
anymore.
I'm not gonna name venues, but I've seen venues where like artists won't even like, bro, like I've been in shows with Tory.
Yeah.
Like, Tory's performing at an after show, and like, I know the agreed upon statement. I watched him like just be like, nah, because he wasn't feeling it.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't want to like comment on that too much, but at the same time,
I don't like that.
That was different. That was a different time. That was a different time and place of his career before Megan. So maybe he was trying to save face there, I could say, and also like it was also a different time in music. With that whole NFT game and all that other bullshit.
Yeah.
Bro, these rappers be selling every track on NFT now. They are making money that way, but like also like I don't know how long that'll last. I mean, there's a lot. I have a lot of friends that are like still like very, very, very confident in the NFT game, man.
Yeah.
But like with the state of the game right now, that's kind of wishy-washy with like what will happen there. Yes, it'll probably work, and everyone's gonna get mad at me calling
it'll work
wishy-washy.
in certain
But here's the thing, bro. I don't really give a shit. I don't fucking make my money from NFTs. I work for my money. I see it all, like crypto, stocks. I love that shit. But like, no, I'm not. I don't see why this little fucking JPEG's worth more than $50.
I need some fungible
And if y'all want to come at me about that, come at me. We can talk about it, bro. I know you're gonna be at my VIP table anyway. We're gonna talk about it.
At which venue?
Name it.
You feel me?
NFT this, NFT that.
Crypto bros. Nah, but you kind of gave some advice for the guys that are like maybe trying to do the DJ side more than the EDM side. But what would you tell a kid that's trying to make it on the EDM side? Because you do have some homies, just like we have homies that
we have a lot of the
are
same
making
homies,
it on that shit.
I got some homies in Chicago that are like really trying it. I would say to keep up with the trends and strap in for a long ride, man. Like one of my like really good friends right now.
The slow burn.
Actually, bro, like it really is. I would say he's one of my good friends, but I feel like we've made a great relationship after I brought him down here one time to play with me in Tampa at American Social. Shout out American Social. It's one of my favorite places to play, one of my favorite businesses I've ever worked with. Jake Shore Drive, that's his name. He's a little bit older than me. He's an up-and-coming producer. He has tracks out on Hood Politics.
Cool. Releasing.
Right, yeah, he's got big tracks, but he's also like very, very heavy on TikTok. And he's also a elementary school substitute teacher or something.
Side hustle, get your money.
He's used that, and with his TikTok, with his music, it's one of the coolest shits I've ever seen. He's got a dope Spotify playlist too. So this wraps back all around to the idea, if you're a young kid, bro, you got to stick with the trends and you got to strap in and get ready for the ride. Because that kid right there, in my mind, how I see how he's doing it, with a low, because he doesn't really have much, I might be wrong. I think he's doing a lot of this on his own.
Okay.
So
like he's making TikTok videos while he's a substitute teacher.
While he has these
but
kids,
he's linking it to his music.
He's showing these kids house music and teaching them lessons while doing it. And if they get the lesson right, these kids get to jump around and dance. And like they all get to have a dance party. It's super cool, man.
And he's playing his music in the TikTok.
It's so.
And he's blockchaining that to his link to his Spotify
playlist. Bro, the kid's doing it well. Jake Shore Drive. If you're listening, man,
shout out Jake
dog.
Shore Drive.
I know.
Cheers.
Jake Shore Drive. I know he's. I'm pretty sure he's good friends with Gallo. Another guy that's doing it pretty cool is Dan Balamute, DLMT.
Gallo's doing it cool.
Gallo's doing it dope too.
You want to talk about TikTok, Gallo? When he does his little one-man bands where he has himself on the drums, has himself on bass.
Musically talented, Gallo is phenomenal, and I have a lot of respect for what he does.
Yeah.
As far as the racing shit, like those guys, yeah, I mean, you easily could, bro. That guy, you're going to talk about music, though. You're going to talk about a lot of different stuff than we
Bro, that boy be talking about keys and scales and all that other nonsense, bro. I just be mixing.
Hey, for everyone listening to this, when you guys get Gallo on here, ask him about Captain.
Oh, shit. The legendary duo?
Hey, Cody J knows about Captain. Shout out to Study.
See, Captain doesn't want to run it with Young District.
Hey, Captain used to beat my ass, boy.
Hey, we don't drink Captain, we drink Jack Daniels out here.
Cheers.
Shout outs, that's the last time we're advertising for this Jack Daniels, maybe. Maybe they'll squeeze one more in. It's only been 10 in the last 52 minutes.
There's a lot of side combo here, but it all wraps around to the same shit. And if you guys know me and Sub, this is literally how we talk, like on a daily basis, bro. We're talking about important shit, but like he did a lot for me, and you know, to this day, I feel like we do a lot for each other.
To this day.
Yeah. To this day.
Shout out to Deontay Wilder.
Let's get back on track. Like with the EDM shit, like I feel like you can't take what I'm saying to heart if you're an EDM producer listening to this, because I haven't done it, right? Yeah. I have seen friends that do it. What I have seen.
Just your business opinion.
That's
bold
your
take.
business. Yeah, bro. Take a grain of salt. This is kind of like Wikipedia talking right now. But, I mean, dude, like, these guys hustle, bro. Like, I see these guys do crazy shit. One of my best friends, Thomas Menendez, typical Tom.
Shout out typical Tom.
Acraze, I'm sorry. Acraze's photographer. They are traveling, bro, so much. Every time I call Tom and FaceTime him, I try to talk to him at least once or twice a week. And every time I see them, they're in a different country. They are killing it.
He FaceTimed Mike the other day in Greece.
Exactly,
I was at Mike's playing Fortnite, and then boom, there they are. They're just saying what's good. I'm like, damn.
That's a lot to. I couldn't do that.
They have, what was it, 70 stops on the Euro trip?
I could not do that.
100 stops on the America trip?
Respect to them for traveling that much, bro, because, like,
I ain't built like that.
I be getting restless legs and shit.
I hate people. Like, I love people, but I hate these niggas. You know what I mean?
I love people after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. After a while, I don't want to be on a plane with y'all. I want to sleep. I got to poop.
Again, though, what you were saying right now ties back into that shit, I feel like, because, like, dude, you have to be positive in this and that all the time, and you have to be, like, creating content, the TikToks, that really does all matter. Reels now are a huge thing.
All of it.
And
I don't care who you are.
Right. And, like, dude, the producing thing, and then, like, here's the worst part about that shit. Like, I guess you could kind of compare it to, what was that game you're growing up on the PC, and you click on one thing, you're like 3, 4, and then you click one thing and it explodes. Minesweeper. You can take like 4 or 5 steps forward, and that one wrong step,
Blow!
Done, boy.
Yep.
Blown up. This ain't like GTA either. Like, oh, you can waste it, you can start again. Like, bro, you'll respond at the hospital, and homie will be right there to shoot you in the face again.
Yeah.
Like,
so to make a mistake that bad.
Sut can probably talk to attest to that better than I can. He's been on the scene a lot more right now.
Yeah, and I could say there's no right or wrong way to do it. I've seen people that kept a day job. Kyle Kinch, he has literally worked a day job while he tours, while he goes to Europe. He'll fucking take PTO, you know? And then you got Blunts and Blondes who, like, once everything started picking up, he just said, fuck a day job, and he's gone day in, day out on that kind of shit. But, okay.
Don't say that one, but I just showed Sut
that one's for the ladies.
Pretty dope, yeah. That one's for the ladies. Hey, we're gonna bring it back though. You know what I mean? That one's for the ladies.
Running through the pussy like a crash dummy. But there's literally no right or wrong way to go about it. As long as you're producing, as long as you're in the studio making tracks, and you're capturing good content. And the smoothest way, I guess, would be blockchaining it, like we were talking about. Your boy Tom does. Not Tom. What's Flash Drive's guy?
Huh?
The dude you were talking about that's a substitute teacher.
Oh, Jake Short Drive in Chicago.
Short Drive. I called him Jake Flash Drive. I called him Tom
Jake,
Flash Drive.
If you're listening to that shit, bro, my bad, dude.
He might have like
he never met you.
He might have like an evil alter ego named Tom Flash Drive from another multiverse that he has to like defeat in order to like level up or some shit. I don't know.
Shit, he might. His TikTok.
Blockchaining his content. That's
TikTok's
fucking
weird
genius.
now. They be doing that shit.
Yeah.
That is genius, and it's honestly.
Even if you got it, let's say you like playing video games, right? And you want a Twitch stream. Now take that Twitch stream, hit up a kid on Fiverr, pay him $15 to $25, have him edit you a nice little highlight reel of that. Now you post that on TikTok, take it from TikTok, upload it to Instagram as a reel.
It's literally
you're on four different fucking platforms.
It's a circle, so it's crazy you say that because I'm trying to do that right now with like our up and coming shows at Ivy. One of my programs, my ideas is to have these ticket links because all these ticket link lands on landing pages.
Yeah,
so
and that's too many.
But listen. So like,
listen, Linda, listen.
You throw that ticket link in your TikTok. Well, that ticket link, that TikTok lands on a ticket link. That ticket link has a Spotify playlist.
Okay. That I made.
It's called the Ivy Rose Spotify playlist.
Okay.
You ain't making that shit.
Yeah, why not? You know I got bangers.
That Spotify playlist, then, you know, in turn, like, oh, you like this music we're listening to, we'll check out the up and coming artists that we have.
Link to Bandcamp.
Boom.
Bandcamp and bands in town.
It's
that
organic.
way they can get notified when there's shows, or you could just tag them on local nights. It doesn't have to be a show.
And you know what? Shout out Jake Short Drive because I totally stole that idea from you to link it to my show to try to sell tickets for upcoming events at Ivy. So if you're listening to this, Jake, I saw what you were doing, I liked it, and I stole it.
You're allowed to. Welcome to art.
I just robbed you, dog.
You're allowed to steal it if you say, "Hey, I like this so much."
It's kind of like an NFT.
It's kind of like a remix. Hey, I love this song so much. I had to have sex with it.
It's unique to me.
Yeah. What's his name? Fisher just got World Hold On, and Bob Sinclair gave him the stems to fucking do the rework.
You know what's
and
crazy?
It sounds fantastic.
And I heard it as soon as it came out. I think it was like yesterday. It got taken down for like 16
copyright
for something, and then it got brought back up. I was like, shit.
But like that shows you how bullshit the algorithm is. Kyle and Mike's music gets flagged by Instagram and YouTube when they upload it.
Dude, what was that track?
They're literally verified.
It was a Boogie T track that Mike made, a remix when we like Blunts.
Yeah.
Remember it got taken down on what was it, like on SoundCloud?
SoundCloud. And they were getting ready to drop his whole account.
Bro.
Yeah.
And he had to go, what was the track name? Because he had to go and make it to a different track with a female vocal. It was like Beautiful or something.
Fuck if I remember. Yeah, but it was that one.
That with the lips.
Yeah.
That shit, bro. God, that track the first time slapped. I remember hearing that song and I was like, damn, Mike.
Yeah, and he was another one that like when I first met Mike, he was playing open format and mostly house music. Even though it was like night bass and bass house, like it was still house music. And kind of like how we were talking about, just one day you kind of just shift and pivot. Like once we got out of drink and we started Asia, he was like, nah, bro, like I don't want to play house, I want to play dubstep. I was like, ew, nigga, that's weird, but I guess. And yeah,
I remember that shit.
At that point, like
I remember, bro, what was that college bar he was playing at?
Doc's.
Yeah, I remember giving him my EV. Bro, so if anyone listening to this, I used to rent Blunts and Blondes equipment. He might deny it. I don't really give a shit. I did it.
Yeah. Fucking Doc's fucking St. Leo bar.
Yeah. I remember setting up EVs out there for his ass.
Yeah, redlining them every night.
Yep. That's why
But,
they died so quick, damn it.
Once again, every DJ went through the ringer and played through the college bars, except a lot of people really fuck with Trivecta. Shout out Sam Dobkin,
Sam, yeah.
Trivecta in the building. He didn't really DJ a lot through college. He actually was in like a band. And him and this dude, Matty B, used to be at like Tia's and like be at all these other places. And they like were the little fucking jam band outside. And now fucking Sam's touring and doing Red Rocks and fucking jacked as fuck. Got a fucking fan base sending him hot sauce and shit. I'm like, look at this motherfucking beast. Tampa's just built fucking different. We'll talk to Sam later. We'll try to get him on one, but we can get ready to wrap this one up. I mean, we've talked about DJ shit for quite a while. You want to talk some foosball real quick? You want to talk about how LeBron's literally the greatest thing to ever play basketball ever, or do we want to just leave him alone with that one for right now?
We can talk about football for a little bit.
You want to talk about the pros?
If you want to talk about football, we can talk football. I'll let you pick. Pro or college? We're going to talk about our team.
If we're going to talk about college, we don't even have to talk about our teams because this NIL bullshit and the transfer portal is just pissing me off so much.
Let's go there.
All right. So I love Mario Cristobal. I love the fact that we are kind of trying to stick to the Miami roots. We got a Miami guy. He brought in Jason Taylor, which even though he didn't play at the U, like that's a Miami legend.
Right.
Like I like all that. I can't get excited about a good recruiting class and all these 5 stars and 4 stars when the number 1 through 10 recruits in the nation all transfer every year. And now you're paying them all
before they
$millions
even hit the field.
Bro, that Quinn Ewers kid, I'm like, damn, I can't wait to see this kid play at Ohio State. He's about to stunt. He got paid. He threw, 3 passes, played 20 snaps, transfer.
Who's the homie that went to go play for Deion Sanders now, too?
Oh, the 5-star fucking number 1 recruit in the nation?
Whoever's actually a fan of that football team, if you think he's going to do anything for you, you're on crack.
None of it makes sense anymore.
None of it makes sense.
Like, I can't even get excited about the Hurricanes.
And like, how do you even like, when Dan Mullen got fired, it's like, why? Because he got in a kid's face? Bro, what?
Y'all should have never fired Dan Mullen.
That's what I'm saying.
He was hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
When he was going to fight Derek Mason?
Oh, the Vanderbilt game.
Dog.
Bro, I thought he was about that. I thought he was about that.
He was definitely about that. I don't know if Derek Mason was about Derek Mason was
dude,
about that.
yeah, he was so Dan was so beat that old man's ass. No, but like the thing is like with the college football stuff, it's like I don't really know where it's gonna take us. It could go one of each ways. It could either bring balance to the college football playoff, or it can completely ruin the football. The football is a sport on a competitiveness level.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, bro, is like these NAL kids are gonna get to the league and playing these dudes who like, didn't even play in the college football playoff. Bro.
Think about that, but think about on draft night.
And bro, these kids already got their money, bro.
They're already paid
before they even get in the league.
So like when a lot
What
of
are they
these,
working for, bro?
What
are they working for?
You feel me, bro? I get it, but there should be
And bro,
like
these kids are getting paid and not even playing. Like, don't get me wrong, because I got buddies that are like play college football, and like I understand like from an extent these kids do need to be paid.
Give them a cut. These
kids are putting their lives on the line and they're getting hurt. And 9 times out of 10, that money can be used for themselves and their family.
Right.
That I understand. I don't understand Whataburger paying my dog $2 bills. For what? For what? He ain't even starting, bro.
So if the school, let's say
Let me get some of this ad money, dog. Hey, shout out Jack Daniels. If you're listening, bro.
Yeah, for real. These things slap, bro.
If you're listening, send me a check. I won't go. I won't go anywhere.
All right. Yeah, and Jack, if you're listening, after you send him a check, send me one, and I got you. We'll go ahead and we'll talk about you guys pretty much on all of these. I mean, I can't drink these on every podcast. I usually record them on like Tuesday afternoons. I don't know. I'm kind of buzzing right now. It's a Wednesday afternoon, nigga. Like, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I really appreciate you having me out here, man.
Yeah, this is fun as fuck.
This is really sick.
Shit kind of flew right by, right? Next thing you know, it's been an hour.
Yo, I mean, I guess, is there anything else you want me to say as far as, stuff that's going on with me or?
Yeah. You said you got some house shows coming up at Ivy. Yeah. I know you can't really say them until announcements and shit.
So we got some really cool stuff in the works. We're going to try to do like, I think 3 to 4 like big DJ shows in the fall semester, and then followed up in the spring with the same thing. Kind of label it off as a series, and then we also have a few hip hop bookings in the works there as well.
Dope.
Kind of just looking forward towards year 2, and then some of the stuff that I'm doing in my own personal life as a DJ.
Yeah, where are you playing at? Where can these people see you DJ?
Right now I'm at Ivy, obviously, on some select nights. I'm at AMSO, American Social Tampa. I play a lot at Bar Howard. A few new places in the works. I'm starting my Eden residency in the Garden. I'm working with the Edition in Tampa. They are opening in September.
That's a hotel chain. They have one in Miami. They have one in LA, New York,
Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
luxury, nice
deal.
shit.
They're the real deal. I'm really excited about them and what they're trying to do to bring to the city. It's massive for the city. I'm still doing a lot of stuff in Orlando, working with Bounce. Sometimes I work with Guild.
What's that team?
What?
With Orlando?
Thriving Hospitality Group.
Shout out Thriving.
Yep, those are my dogs.
Hashtag Simply Thriving. Hashtag Drunk Millionaire.
Simply Thriving is actually my buddy Zach Polito's clothing brand. To not be related with Thriving Hospitality, which is my boss's brand. And I am very happy to be with them. And I'm very excited to see what we're going to do in year 2. There are a lot of really exciting things coming to the city.
Damn, it's only been a year with them?
That we can all be a part of. I've been with the team for almost, 3 years now. Because if you guys don't remember, Ivy was supposed to open, but COVID hit.
Yep.
And then unfortunately, in a George Floyd protest, the building was damaged. But thankfully, the Ivy building itself wasn't damaged. But the building is part of an entire complex.
Yeah.
So that complex, the part of it was damaged, was considered an arson case. So that building was untouchable for a few months, which delayed a lot of our stuff. And then also in COVID, man, during COVID, a lot of stuff was on back order, just supplies-wise, bro. I mean, we're still being affected to this day, and
that was the hardest time to try to open, and it's awesome to see that you guys just took off and just did not slow down.
I mean, we slowed down for a year. We opened a year later than expected, but year 2, we're working out the kinks. I mean, I'm literally getting updates about stuff that we're doing in the venue right now. Got a little fresh new paint job coming to the thing. Got some new speakers and stuff coming in there, new lights. It's honestly my baby, and I'm really excited to be a part of there because it's something that I am able to prove myself in. Just that's not on the decks.
That's yours.
It's not mine, but it's
your baby.
It's my baby in the sense that I was given an opportunity to prove myself other than a DJ.
God, so humble. It's yours, dude. Just say it's yours.
It's not mine. But I like running it.
They'll charge you for the rent if you start saying it's yours and shit, so fuck all that. Rent's already fucking expensive.
Do not invoice me. I'm the one that sends invoices.
Don't invoice you, but if they wanted to follow you, where should they do that? Instagram, Twitter, where else?
Instagram, this is Muto.
Okay.
So this is M-U-T-O.
Got
Twitter's the same thing. Facebook's the same thing. SoundCloud, Spotify, same thing.
What else?
You can find my merch on my Instagram as well.
You're not TikToking after all that TikTok talk?
TikTok, the same thing actually.
Right,
I did make my first few TikToks actually after I see all this interaction we get on the Ivy page.
Please tell me you're dancing like a little white girl.
I feel like such a fucking boomer though. I uploaded old videos.
Yeah.
That I knew were cool videos to start it off. I did the same thing for my reels.
Same.
I was like, fuck, dude.
These things suck.
One of my boys commented, he goes, damn, I didn't know the Lightning won the Stanley Cup today. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, nah, just don't worry about that. I got to load up the back catalog, brother.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. All right, well, fuck yeah. And once again, thank you guys for checking in with Sutton Says. That was local DJ T. We got 3 lined up. Probably got some ideas for 3, 4, maybe even just transition the whole podcast to just DJ stuff if that's the play. Thought about that. Thought about just, keeping the episodes fresh. But we'll just keep doing what we're doing. You can follow me at Chief Sut, ChiefSutt. I spell it out every single time because, it's hard. Sometimes you'll fuck that shit up and then get all confused and then give up. But thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, throw us a little 5-star on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever you're listening on. Shout outs to all the people we shouted out. Shout outs to you if you listened, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Long live Chief.